Hello, JW's back here. I'm gonna do some flying over Cayuga Lake this time. Um, there wasn't a lot of, there wasn't any hiking trails that I could find along the lake, and so I think I'm gonna do some more stealthy flights. Pick a couple of stealthy areas to fly out of. Um, so I picked out a couple of spots on Google Maps that I thought were be pretty good spots to fly from. And I'm actually here at the first one. So let's get out and we'll check it out. It doesn't look like it's all that stealthy. It actually looks like a little park here, which I couldn't tell on the maps. So we'll get out and we'll check it out. Okay, it looks like there's a board here that tells about this place. Go around the other side here. If you want to pause and read that, but I think I'll talk a little bit about it when I'm in the air. Looks like this place has some history behind it, so give me something to talk about during the flight. I don't have my mic, so it's probably going to be a little windy. Sorry about the wind noise. Here's the history part I was talking about. And then we'll turn around and take a look at the lake. I'm not going to walk down there. You'll see it with the drone flight because it is windy. But let's get the drone in the air. So as we take off here, this place actually ended up having some really neat history behind it. We'll turn around here before we head north and take a look at it. It was called Salt Point because of the International Salt Company, also known as Cayuga Salt, produced table salt here from 1891 until 1962. The church that was erected for the salt workers still holds services to this day. When the factory closed in 1962, some of the equipment was moved to nearby salt mines in Watkins Glen. The empty building was torn down and burnt down. The site was not used for 25 years and became grounds for drug abuse and underage drinking, as well as dumping and littering. It earned the name UC Point, named after a local beer company. Despite some help from the DEC and the town of Lansing to restore the natural beauty of the point, partying continued until 2013, when the gate was finally locked, preventing cars from getting in. An osprey nesting platform was added in March of 2013, as well as many new trees and wildflowers, plus some walking trails. And it had finally become a family-oriented nature area. So that was some pretty neat history about that place. As we head a little bit further north here, before I turn around, I wanted to turn around at this little opening in the side of the hill here. Wanted to see if I could get close enough to tell what I thought it might be a waterfall at first, but beautiful clouds today. I couldn't really tell what it was. I think it was just the side of the cliff where the trees couldn't grow. Get a good look at it there. So I'd gone out quite a ways, so I decided I'd head back towards the point. Now, I thought this would be a stealthy area because Myers Park is just south of we're heading back south now, and Myers Park is just south of the Salt Point. And you have to actually pay to get in there. So I saw this spot on the map, and I thought, well, looks like a nice open area. I could fly, but I didn't realize it had such history. So we'll go ahead and fly over Myers Park here. This park, when I was a teenager, used to be much bigger, but they've added a pretty big boating area. We'll fly right over that marina. As you get a look towards the southern end of the lake. I'm much closer to the southern end at this point. You still can't see it. This is a really big lake. But there you can see some of the basketball courts. You have a nice dock there, and then the marina a little bit further down. Now this canal, this inlet I should say, was used by the Erie Canal boats, and they would come in, they would pick up the salt, and then they would send it out for distribution. So it linked up to the Erie Canal at one point. There you get a look at it there. So you start heading back home. There you see the walking trail for Salt Point and the canal. A little bit better look at the canal there. All right, I keep saying canal, the inlet. Now I'll put it in return to home here, and so we can yaw around and we'll get some good views to the lake. We'll head off to the next destination. Okay, so I think that flight went really, really well. So I'm going to head on out to the next location now. I want to do a couple of locations on this lake because it is so big. second biggest of the Finger Lakes. So I think you'll really enjoy this next spot. I hope I can find a place to fly. It's really, really stealthy, so let's head on out. So I've arrived at the next stop, the old Millikin Station coal plant. I'm going to drive around here and try to find a good place to fly without getting caught. Here's a good look at it. And I remember climbing that tower, or that smokestack, as a teenager on a field trip. We came here. But see if I can find a place to fly. So I had to go back up the road and then down this side street, but I think I found a beautiful spot to fly. Let's check it out. So I found this cool little driveway just before you get to the end of the road. Turn around here. Once again, I'm sorry about the wind. Forgot my mic, but obviously can't go inside. But she got a good flight over the lake and over the smokestack. So let's take on off here. Millikin Station was opened in 1955. It generated electricity for New York State Electric and Gas Company, burning coal consistently for 64 years. It was shut down in 2019. Plans to convert it to burn natural gas were also scrapped. The owner now plans to use it as a data center. The coal was delivered by train, as you can see the rails towards the bottom of your screen. In 1969, the plant received nearly 10,553 cartloads of coal. By 2018, it was receiving just 350 loads. The plant was quite innovative. It turned byproducts of the burning coal and used them for gypsum board, used for construction, and a system in the plant that also produced salt that was used for de-icers for roadways. The plant produced nearly zero emissions. So, as we get a good look at the railroad tracks below, I'll start to turn around and I'll talk about the lake a little bit. At 39 miles in length, Cayuga is the longest of the Finger Lakes. on average is about 2 miles wide, and its steepest point is about 435 feet deep. It has over 95 miles of shoreline. It comes in second only to Seneca Lake in terms of total volume. The Seneca River Canal was created in the early 1900s to connect Cayuga Lake to Seneca Lake, which connects to the Erie Canal system, thus making it possible to travel to the Great Lakes and eventually the Atlantic Ocean. Cayuga Lake has many great towns by its shores, including the town of Seneca Falls, where the first women's rights convention was held, eventually leading to women's right to vote. Ithaca and its beautiful waterfalls and gorges, as well as Cornell University, sit on the southern shore. Montezuma National Wildlife Refuge sits on its northern shores. Back here in the Pilot's Lounge to conclude this one. So if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll turn around and we'll mark it off on the map. It's a really big one to do here. So Cayuga Lake is marked off, and we just got 4 more to do. Hanoi, Canandaigua, Cayuga, and then the big one, Seneca Lake. Thanks for watching.